Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead comes to Netflix on May 21st, and it's set to be a huge hit with a diverse cast and Zack Snyder redefining the zombie genre once again, just like he did back in 2004 for Dawn of the Dead. The trailer came out a few days ago, it trended, big hit, Zombie Tiger was a big discussion, and I can't wait as a big zombie genre fan. My favourite director tackling the zombie world again is insane, and that trailer was insane, big time. You can also find my trailer reaction on the channel to that. But this comes from the Insider, and Zack Snyder talks about Warner Brothers, Justice League, Snyder Cut, Army of the Dead, Alpha Zombies. Yeah, there's a lot to discuss. Now this comes from the Insider from Kirsten Acuna, who's the main journalist for The Walking Dead. She's really into all this kind of dead stuff, and the headline is Zack Snyder threw subtle shade at Warner Brothers and Justice League while promoting his Army of the Dead Netflix movie. So let's get into this one. Zack Snyder is returning to the zombie genre for the first time in 17 years when his next movie, Army of the Dead, comes to Netflix in May. When asked what it was like working with the streaming service and if we'd see any other cuts of the film on the streaming service, referencing his recently released Snyder Cut of Justice League on HBO Max, Snyder had some interesting choice of words after praising Netflix. "This is the movie. There's no other cuts of the movie," Snyder told a group of press and fans during the live Netflix-hosted Q&A Tuesday morning, which Insider attended. I got to be there as well, pretty cool. "I didn't have to fight them. It was the opposite. This is the director's cut, if you will, of Army of the Dead," he continued. "You don't have to see a bastardized version of it. You get to see the awesome version first." Snyder and his producing partner and wife, Deborah Snyder, stepped down from 2017's Justice League after the death of their daughter, and the studio demanded that the movie be trimmed to 2 hours. The result was a film which sidelined many diverse characters, including an appearance by Green Lantern, and added cringe-worthy moments for its female characters. After about 3 years of online rallying, Snyder announced in May 2020 he would finally get to finish and release his original vision for Justice League on HBO Max, one that was still met with some bumps and roadblocks. Snyder has candidly discussed his thoughts on the 2017 version of the film before. When asked if his version of Justice League would contain any of Joss Whedon's footage, Snyder said during 2020's JusticeCon fan event, which the next one is coming up this weekend, "I would set it on fire before I use a single frame that I did not photograph. That is a fucking hard fact." Snyder has claimed to never have seen the 2017 theatrical cut, following the advice from his wife and Christopher Nolan. Snyder's experience with Netflix was so much different. On the flip side, Snyder described his experience working with Netflix as amazing. "My team there have been nothing but supportive and incredibly collaborative, and just really a joy. This was probably one of my, if not the most gratifying experiences I've had making a movie," Snyder said. The heist film that is set in Las Vegas during a massive zombie outbreak includes stars like Dave Bautista, Tig Notaro. We've also got Garrett Dillahunt from Fear the Walking Dead. So a huge cast from all different backgrounds. With Justice League sequels off the table for now, despite a passionate fan base asking for Warner Media to complete his final 2 films for the franchise, Snyder expressed his enjoyment at being in charge of a franchise that he has control over at Netflix. "I really wanted to make a movie with a universe and an IP that I could be the extreme authority on, and allow the audience to just be on the ride that is purely my design. Army of the Dead isn't planned as a standalone film. Netflix is going all in on Snyder's vision for his zombie world." The streaming service previously announced an animated prequel, Army of the Dead Las Vegas, which will showcase the early days of the zombie outbreak, as well as another prequel film, Army of Thieves. Army of the Dead will be released in select theaters on May 14th and will be available on Netflix to stream on May 21st. So there you go, right? Look, he talks about his experience with Netflix. Much better experience than Warner Bros. He's the creative control. He gets to decide what's what. He's given a budget. He's the voice behind this entire movie. You don't have Netflix coming in saying, cut it to 2 hours. It has to be this, that, and this, So that's good. It's 100% unfiltered Zack Snyder, which is great. He also talks about, like Warner Brothers, like he doesn't outright say Warner Brothers are bad guys, but he's throwing enough shade there to say it. Warner Brothers didn't give me the control. At Netflix, they are. So look, will we get the last 2 Justice League movies? I don't know. Will they be announced anytime soon? Probably not, because you got the Suicide Squad film, you got Batman, all those kind of movies coming out pretty soon. And if it does happen, it'll probably be in a few years from now. But right now, Netflix are very much in the Snyder game. You know, this movie's coming out next month. You got a prequel. You got an animated series, which has a stacked cast. Army of the Dead's probably going to get a sequel. Army of the Thieves might get more as well. You might get other spin-offs. So the possibilities are endless. Especially when Netflix are willing to give him a budget unlimited. Say, here's money. How much do you need? Go make it. You know, and that's the difference between Netflix and Warner Brothers. And remember, Army of the Dead was a Warner Brothers property, and they sold it to Netflix. Now, I'm not saying this is true, but maybe they didn't want to be in the Zack Snyder game anymore. They wanted to wash their hands of Zack Snyder, which could be a bad thing because Justice League was a huge success. Army of the Dead is probably going to be a huge success, and Warner Brothers again have lost a brilliant filmmaker, and they pissed off another filmmaker. They pissed off the new Villeneuve as well, Christopher Nolan. So they're not being too good towards these talented filmmakers who have a unique voice. And these studios want yes men for their film. But yeah, I just think it's interesting. And even in that Q&A that I got to be a part of the other day, Dave Bautista was there, and he talked about how his experience was so good. It felt like a family. He loved the story. He wasn't interested in doing an action movie, but he read the script, and it was much more than just action. So that's pretty cool as well. And when it comes out next month, with a diverse cast, I think it's going to be huge. And I don't think Netflix are going to hide away from the numbers. I think they're actually going to say, this is how well the Snyder Cut did, because this is a director they want to be a part of their streaming service even more. And even if he doesn't make more zombie movies, he'll definitely make other movies for Netflix. Why wouldn't he? And he's actually getting the best of both worlds. Because Zack Snyder's movies are to be seen on the big screen. Theaters. That's where you want to see a Zack Snyder movie. Now, of course, with COVID, Justice League was just on a streaming service, and this is a streaming service movie as well, but it's actually getting a theatrical release on May 14th. So Zack Snyder's getting the best of both worlds. His movie gets to hit theaters and also be on Netflix. So why wouldn't Zack Snyder work with them even more? Because he's getting creative control, he's getting a huge budget, he gets to cast who he wants. Stuff like that is pretty badass and pretty cool. But Zack also talked about the zombies, which I found very interesting. Now, in that trailer, we didn't know what to expect. We didn't know if they were going to be Dawn of the Dead zombies, zombies who just want to eat flesh. But these zombies are so different. They actually have a plan, and it's crazy. Now, this comes from Geek 5 Nations, and this is an article. The new trailer for Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead is now out for everyone to see. You may have noticed something different about the horde of zombies that Dave Bautista and his team are up against. These are not your typical slow-walking, easy-to-kill, The Walking Dead zombies. Hey, no share of The Walking Dead. No, these zombies are organised. Snyder sat down with Empire to discuss what he calls alpha zombies. In Snyder's remake of Dawn of the Dead, we saw his zombies with the capability to move faster, but they did not be able to have a consciousness. Well, that all changes with some of the zombies in Army of the Dead. Snyder says he wants fans to actually have feelings for them. I want the audience to get a chance at having sympathy. I guess in a way that makes sense. These were all living human beings at once that had friends, families, and they did not ask to be turned into zombies. Snyder goes on to describe the alphas in more detail. Alphas have consciousness, and they're self-aware, and they're not like us. So I wanted to create this moral ambiguity about whether or not humans that we love in the movie crossed the line. Was there a thing that they did to the alphas when the alphas were minding their own business? And therefore, do the alphas have the moral high ground? It muddies the water, in a good way. The film focuses on Dave Bautista's Scott Ward. He has chosen to form a team and steal over $200 million from a vault beneath Las Vegas. This mission also gives him the chance to reconnect with his estranged daughter, played by Ella Purnell. Dave has a much different description for the zombies, calling them zombie superheroes. They're fucking zombie superheroes. The alpha zombies are just complete badasses. The athleticism of some of these people playing the alphas I've never had and never will have in my life. I mean, they have a freaking zombie tiger. Yeah, you heard me, zombie tiger. Army of the Dead looks to be a total blast and a major hit for Netflix. So, look, what I like about this is Zack Snyder could have went the easy direction. He could have said, right, zombies. Humans versus zombies. Simple. There's your plot. Let's go. Let's do it. But Zack Snyder, as he always does, is bringing something different to the genre. Just like he did for the comic book genre. You know, Batman v Superman, Man of Steel, Zack Snyder's Justice League, Dawn of the Dead in 2004. Now, Army of the Dead now in 2021. Something different. So these zombies aren't just flesh-eating zombies that we have to hate because we want these people to survive. They actually have thoughts. They actually think. They actually have loved ones. And we got to see that with the Alpha, probably the King and the Queen as well, you know. I think Richard Citrone, the stunt double for Ben Affleck, is Zeus in this, the main kind of zombie. So that's pretty cool. So they actually have, you know, feelings towards each other. And I wonder, as an audience, when we watch this movie, will we think, well, I actually like these zombies. I actually can put myself in their shoes because they love people and they want to survive and they want to build their community. They want to live their own lives. But these humans are trying to stop them. So I wonder, will we sympathize with these zombies? That's pretty interesting for Zack Snyder to bring that team into this movie. So I wonder, will it work? Of course it will work. It's Zack Snyder, but it's just interesting to think. And we got to see it from the trailer. The zombies are fast. Their athleticism is off the charts. You know, some of them are big. So there's different types of zombies as well. So this is going to be huge. And zombie tigers? What the hell? This is crazy. And I think they're going to be zombie horses. I think in the trailer you can see a few zombies riding some horses, which is insane. Zack Snyder did say that the only ones that can't get the virus is birds, which is very interesting. Very interesting. The only ones that can't get it is birds. So could we get dogs, cats, zombies? The possibilities are endless right here. And what kind of animal could get it? So I'm looking forward to this. I think they have 36 hours to get into Las Vegas, get the money and get out, because some theories online are saying that the city's going to be bombed or nuked or something like that to kill all the zombies. So that kind of makes sense. But the cast is very diverse, huge cast, some great actors that I really love there. Zack Snyder directing it. It's all the possibilities to be a huge film. Hopefully it's great. I'm sure it will be by Zack Snyder, but I think this is going to be a massive hit. And I think it's going to prove Warner Bros. Wrong again even more, that Netflix has Zack Snyder now and he's creating unbelievable content. But guys, what was your thoughts on the Army of the Dead trailer? Are you looking forward to the movie? What's your thoughts on Zack Snyder's thoughts on the alpha zombies? Like, what do you think about all that stuff? Tiger zombies, his shade at Warner Brothers, talking about the Snyder Cut and Justice League and stuff like that. Let me know in the comments, guys. Give a like, comment, subscribe. Come follow me on all the social medias, Movies That Matter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can find me, just search for it. And everyone want to talk to me about movies, come and talk to me, DM or send a tweet to me. No problem whatsoever. But guys, let me know. I'm interested. But Army of the Dead coming out May 21st on Netflix. Theaters May 14th if you get to see it on the big screen. I hope to do that as well. Hopefully. Let's see. But yeah, Army of the Dead is set to redefine the zombie genre once again by a talented filmmaker called Zack Snyder.